An inquest into the deaths of Diana and her companion Dodi Al-Fayed has begun in London. But after 10 years of whispers and speculation, the proceedings are proving highly controversial. Our Harry Forrestal is outside the Royal Courts of Justice today.
Good morning, Heather, and trust me, behind the buses and all the traffic are the Royal Courts of Justice, where this inquest got underway today. Lord Justice Scott Baker charging the jury. In fact, we just left that session now where he was instructing the jury on what they could expect in the coming months. This is going to be a long and very drawn-out process. 6 months of evidence and testimony from witnesses. Justice Baker said very presciently, I think, "You will be in the public eye as no inquest jury has ever been." That is certainly the case for the 11 men and women who are gathered here today. They have a difficult job in front of them. Remember, there have already been 2 exhaustive police investigations of the death of Diana and her friend Dodi Fayed, one in France, one here in Britain, both reaching the same conclusion, rather more mundane than some conspiracy theorists might like to believe, that Dodi Fayed and Princess Diana died as a consequence of a drunken driver who didn't know the route and wasn't able to control his vehicle. However, over the next 6 months, as I said, Heather, we're going to hear all of the evidence from those police investigations presented again. We'll hear from a bevy of witnesses, and it will be up to this jury to determine the cause of death, the who, the who, what, where, and when, the circumstances of the death of Diana and her friend Dodi Al-Fayed.
We've heard, Harry, from Mohammed Al-Fayed talking about what he'd like. I guess, what are the chances that anyone from the royal family is going to appear at this thing?
Well, this is the big issue, of course. Mohammed Al-Fayed has maintained all along, virtually from the days following the death of his son, that there was a conspiracy, that his son was murdered along with Diana because they planned to marry, because at one point his argument was that Diana was pregnant, and everybody knew that. The royal family didn't want to be embarrassed. So Mohammed Al-Fayed has always claimed that there was a conspiracy involving the Duke of Edinburgh, Britain's Secret Service, to kill Diana and Dodi Al-Fayed. And the coroner has made clear that he's going to look at all possibilities in an effort to discount even the wildest theories so this can finally be put to rest. As part of his strategy, Mohammed Al-Fayed has made clear through his lawyers that they want to be able to question or to hear testimony from the Queen, Queen Elizabeth, as the mother-in-law of Diana, the Princess of Wales. Now, is that likely to happen? Well, I spoke with author Martin Gregory. He wrote a book called Diana, The Last Days. He has looked at all the police evidence in both reports, and he doesn't think we'll see any members of the royal family give evidence.
Now, in the pre-hearings, we've seen Mohammed Fayed's lawyers arguing that XYZ member of the royal family, mainly the Duke of Edinburgh, was some sort of mastermind, some Svengali behind the plan to kill Dodi and Diana. Well, I mean, as there's no evidence of that, it's just Fayed's lawyers saying it, then I can't see any evidence, any reason why the coroner should call them. I mean, this is not a Punch and Judy show, it's an inquest. 3 people died, and it should be treated with the due seriousness that that deserves.
Now, that certainly seems to be the determination of Lord Justice Scott Baker. Yesterday, we managed to get a copy of the issues that he wants to have raised in this inquiry and to have the jury deal with. They range from everything to whether or not it was a driver error that caused the accident, whether Diana, Princess of Wales, was pregnant, whether she planned to marry Dodi Al-Fayed. This will all be covered. The spurious suggestions as well as the legitimate facts in this case. It is going to be a very busy 6 months, Heather, for this jury.
Harry Forrestal outside London's High Court this morning.